Welcome friends once again. Now we are going to talk about the vector analysis. You very well know vector is the quantity which is having direction as well as magnitude. So we know how to make the resultant, tip of the arrow, tail of the second vector is added and you can get the arrow final from the tail of the first to the tip of the second vector, you will get the resultant. But that is to get the resultant. But more importantly, let us understand, apart from this, there is one more thing which is very important, which is how to solve these vectors or how to use these vectors. So for that, resolution is the most important thing. See, this is one vector, this is another vector, this is another vector, this is another vector. Now, you should know how to resolve the vectors in rectangular components. Let me call this P, Q, R and S. Let me give the angle as alpha, beta, gamma and delta. Remember here, the alpha is the angle from positive x-axis while beta is the angle which it is making from the positive y-axis. Delta is the angle which R is making from negative x-axis and gamma is the angle which this vector is making from negative y-axis. So, but when we take horizontal and vertical, remember, usually if the angle is being made from the positive x-axis, we call it P cos theta or whatever it might be as a horizontal component. But when angles are different, we have to just try to go to the basics and try to understand the resolution. See, we will resolve now. See. P sin alpha vertically upward, P cos alpha rightward. It is because angle over here is normal angle which we make from the positive x-axis. That's why we have taken normal, what we are normally most commonly using. Now, when we have to, let's say, resolve Q. Now, vertical in this case will be Q cos beta. Mind you, it is Q cos beta because the beta is the angle which is being made from the positive y-axis. So Q cos beta will give the vertical motion and that's why it's shown as vertical. And similarly, you should see Q sin beta will be on the left side. It is on the minus x-axis. Clear? Similarly, you may try to resolve R and S yourself. I'll give you 1 minute to do it. See the angle first of all and then see whether it should be horizontal, vertical, cos, sine. Please do write it. If you have written, I am going to give the answers. Please see. This is R cos delta, left side. R sin delta, downward. S cos gamma downward, S sin gamma rightward. So we have broken everything, every vector into two mutually perpendicular vectors, positive x-axis, negative x-axis, positive y-axis, negative y-axis. Now, positive x and negative y can compensate to each other and positive y and negative y, similarly positive x and negative x are to be taken once. So when I say net horizontal, I will take the net positive. That means I'll take P cos alpha minus Q sin beta minus R cos delta plus S sin gamma. This is going to be net horizontal. I repeat, P cos alpha minus Q sin beta minus R cos delta plus S sin gamma. Similarly, when we have to go for the vertical one, I'll say P sin alpha plus Q cos beta minus R sin delta minus S sin gamma. I repeat once again, P sin alpha plus Q cos beta minus R sin delta minus S cos gamma. That is what I show you here. Right? And now once you have resolved it, what is going to be the final thing? It's going to be horizontal squared plus vertical squared. So resultant we say horizontal square plus vertical square. And what is the angle? Tan theta will be vertical upon horizontal. So whenever you make a vector, as a ready reckoner, you can use the next table. See what we are saying. In the first quadrant, horizontal, vertical, both positive. Fourth quadrant, horizontal, positive, vertical, negative. Second quadrant, horizontal, negative, vertical, positive. Third quadrant, horizontal, negative, and vertical, also negative. Clear? So for any amount of vectors, we have to resolve it like this. Now, this is the standard law which you have already done. You know the resultant is given as p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Resultant is the line AB. Since it is the resultant of vectors, hence we should see the angle also. We write tan beta, and that is equal to q sin theta upon p plus q. Sorry, it should be cos theta. It should be p plus q cos theta. Sorry, it is. You have to just check it up. It is denominator is p plus q cos theta. When theta 0, that means both are going to act in same direction. You know cos 0 is 1. It becomes p plus q whole square. Hence r is p plus q and beta is 0. Also we can talk when theta is 180 degrees. Cos 180 is minus 1. It will become p square plus q square minus 2pq. That means p minus q whole square now. But we write the answer as it could be plus minus p minus q. You never know whether p is larger or q is larger. If p is larger, it's p minus q. If q is larger, it's q minus p. But in both the cases, beta is 0. So this is the way we have to use vectors. When you have only two vectors and angle is given, you can use this formula. But when you have more than two, we have to use those previous resolution. But for two also you can use that resolution. It is not that for two you have to use this formula. You can do anything. I hope you have understood the basics of the vectors.